Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm just casually, doing my global runs now that I can't play JP. So I'm just getting make sure global is rocking and rolling. Got some last bit of extra cubes, so 41k is going to be the total amount that I'm going to be going in with when it comes to trying to get my boy Teen Gojo. Now, weirdly enough, we got some leaks, which doesn't typically happen because obviously right now for JJK Phantom Parade, in terms of the brand spanking new content, we've got the Shibuya arc with the potential system, we've got Mekamaru, who's the newest character. We already know who the next character is going to be, and it seems that there is a bit of a theme that the developers might be following, which is a given, especially with what we have got. And apparently the character that I'm about to show you guys is going to be set in early February. So, it seems that in terms of the scheduling, either the early February is a bit of a placeholder, or maybe JP isn't slowing down. Maybe they're just going to keep up with their normal consistent rate and have global ×3 speed. I don't know at this point. Alrighty, so here it is. I'm not gonna lie, the artwork, has it always been this clean, or am I tripping? But we've got a Miwa. Should be interesting. I will go over her previous version so you guys get an idea, because technically speaking, all the Miwa characters that we have in the game currently, they're all good. Loki, a bit of a countering god, more in the tankish region of things, of course, so it'll be interesting on how they go about deciding to release this version of her. It seems that we've got a bit of a look of the next event. This will be a free recollection card, I assume. Kind of gives me the vibe, kind of looks like it. Trying to play their own little gacha game, or whatever these calls, little capsules. This is, now I'm not gonna lie, at first I jumped because I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get another Yaga character. Because again, if you look at where Yaga is right now within the game itself, one of the best supports in the goddamn game, being the SR version and the SSR version. And then I realized, I was like, oh wait, that's Panda, god damn it. So unfortunately this is looking to be a recollection card because the art is here. So this is yeah, this is definitely going to be a recollection card. Unfortunately, I would have loved for this to be a memory card. I mean, sorry, not a memory card, another Yaga card. But yeah, so February character, from what we've been told, early release. The event, I mean, there's no correlation, so I'm not too sure what's going on, but I assume this will be the event for Miwa when it releases, of course. These are her skills, so it seems that they're keeping with the countering buff. That's, to me, that's what that symbolizes. Maybe when you activate that, it switches up into of an offensive manner. But yeah, looks like she's doing some form of attacking DPS whilst having some sort of countering buff or status. So okay, fair enough. I mean, you guys will get an idea when we go over the blue version, of course. Also, when it comes to the potential system, as you guys know, a few set of characters that we've already gone over are going to be getting their buffs, and so from that, this is pretty much the new icon and the new improved icon from when they get buffed up. As you know, some of the skills and whatnot will get buffed up, and this is pretty much how the look of it will be. So it will be slightly changed up, just to kind of show furthermore that they've been, that they've had their slight little touch up. So yeah, I didn't expect Miwa to be next after Mekamaru. It makes sense though. Again, very fitting in terms of theme, but kind of caught me off guard, I will admit. So just to give you guys an idea on all the Miwa characters that we have. First things first, I believe, are they all blue? Let me just double. No. Okay, so the first Miwa character we have is the SR version of her. Now we all know that this is a fantastic character when we initially started in terms of a upfront type of unit. So obviously it does melee damage of Taijutsu 50% and Jujutsu 50%, and then now we get into the whole tanky / counter attack. So obviously with her skill 2, grants evasion, attracts all enemies attacks towards her while she can evade, and then increases her own Taijutsu damage. Skill 3 grants a counter status to self, so when the target enemy melee attacks 1 time per turn, then you kind of counter back and do an additional 65 Taijutsu, 65 Jujutsu, and then the ultimate, again, combination of Taijutsu by 175 and then Jujutsu 175, of course, so very simple, but it gives you kind of like the premise of how Miwa kind of works, and of course her passive. At the start of each wave attracts a random enemy to attack. So like in terms of a single target enemy, yeah, for an SR, yeah, this is one of the better tanks in the game that we have. So that just kind of started things off for her, and that role kind of kept on going. So like the blue version of Miwa, where is she? Yeah, so this is like one of the best tanks role, of course. So she's a blue defender. Obviously this will soon come to global. So skill 1, if sword sheath count is at 1 or above, increases its own damage by 5%. Can that go up? Oh, we can. What, to 7.5? Cool. The higher the sword sheath count, the greater the damage boost, up to 100%. Deals melee combined damage of 98% taijutsu and 37% of jujutsu. This is on level 5. If sword sheath count is at 5 or above, increases critical hit rate by 33%. 3 turns, cannot be stacked, decreases sword sheath count by 1. Can that go up? Okay, so the critical rate can't go up, but that's on the first skill, and then obviously furthermore just kind of keeping that same theme. So like with the second skill, grounds counter status to self 2 turns, 3 times, evades enemy attack 1 turn. It's a 36% chance, but you can get up to 50% once you level 10 it. Increases own sword sheath count by 1 up to 15. Attracts the selected enemy's attack to self for 1 turn. So there's a lot going on there, making sure that she's the focus point towards the enemy. And then of course with the counter status, of course, when targeted by an enemy, single target melee attack and sword sheath count is at 1 or above. Increases own damage by 20%, which is a one-time thing. The higher the own sword sheath count, the greater the damage, up to 50%. And then of course damage wise, deals 128% melee combined damage equal to 100% taijutsu, 30% jujutsu as counter damage. Increases own taijutsu damage by 10% for 3 turns, and then fills own ultimate skill gauge by 110, decreases sword sheath count by 1. And then skill 2 skill 3 is just a full-on increase in terms of taijutsu, as well as giving you 3 sword sheaths. So you can really... Can you stack this? I feel like you can stack this because it's on for 3 turns. That skill 3 might be something. I'm gonna be honest. Like stack up on like do 2 of these sword sheaths, and then go into skill 2. Now that would be a banging ass buff counter attacking right there. And then the ultimate, if sword sheath count is at 1 or above, increases own damage by 20%. The higher the count, the greater the damage, up to 100%. Deals melee combined damage equal to 584. This is level 1, so we're level 5. 671. So taijutsu will be at 283. Jujutsu. Wait, no. Taijutsu will be at 671. Jujutsu will be at 283. Increases the selected enemy's taijutsu damage received by 17%. Can that go up? It can. Up to what? 22%. Okay. If sword sheath count is 7 or above, reduces own taijutsu damage received by 15%. Decreases sword sheath count by 7. So again, that's just a full-on premise on how this character works. In terms of the auto skill, what is this? When critical hit is performed, it increases sword sheath count by 2. Okay, that's just an easy cheat code, loving that. At the start of each turn, and if counter status is applied to self, increases sword sheath count by 1. Oh, okay, nice. That's easy, that's light work. At the start of each turn, and depending on own sword sheath count, apply the following effect. If you've got 1 to 3 counts, then you decrease taijutsu damage received by 50%. If you have 4 to 6, increases your own break damage by 50. God damn. If you have 7 or above, increases your own critical hit damage by 50. Wait, so if you have 7 or above, does it class as all of them? Jesus. Well, it just goes to show if you have 7 or above, yeah, this Miwa Loki is cooking. So there's a lot of build up to this character in terms of, oh my god. So there's a lot of build up to this character in terms of the higher they count, the more of a cracked unit this is, of course. But this is kind of like the theme that they've decided to go with Miwa. If we've just looked at briefly with the SR version going over to the SSR version, there is some form of similarities on what they tend to do with this character, of course. And by the looks at the skills from the leaked version of her being the Shibuya arc version, it seems that they might be keeping the counter-attacking status, which makes sense, but I think there might be a little bit more offensiveness to this Miwa, since the previous two Miwa that we have in the game currently are more on the defensive side. So I think with the loss of Mekamaru, it's time for Miwa to engage the enemy with some DPS damage. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think? I'm excited. I'm excited to see a DPS version of her. I mean, that's the vibe that I'm getting, especially with these icons that they decided to go with. I think it's like one buff, and then after that it's just, yeah, counter attack, and then just damage. I don't know if they'll keep up with the counter attacking counts that she can do, like build that up, but yeah, from what I'm seeing, it seems to be more on the attacking side of things. What typing she'll be, I don't know. I mean, Mekamaru's got the green version covered. It might reset back to... It's even... I know, it will probably go to yellow. This Miwa might be actually yellow typing. I was going to say red, but I think red is still good. I think she might lean towards being the yellow typing. So, yeah, there we go. That is the next character. I feel like some people are going to be slightly disappointed, but hey, look, it's the Shibuya arc. When the time comes, the time comes. Alright, there's still a lot to look forward to. There's still a fantastic amount of characters to come. And yeah, apparently this is early February. So we'll see what happens.